Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a monster analysis on Drakor. When Egg Eater, Gorin, Deganth, Drek, and Dracontium created an alliance of dragons, Drakor wanted to join, but because he's only part dragon, he wasn't accepted. That devastated him, but he swore he would have his revenge on the alliance. He will take all members down one by one. Boy, is that description true, because this monster is a truly powerful, devastating monster. I have to say, fantastic monster design, and by far one of the most powerful monsters that's ever been released into the game. So let's start off. His power is 3619, which in the fire category is the 4th highest power stat. Rador currently still holds the crown with a power of 3850, and after that is Lucifer, the Nemesis monster, and then we also have Kai the Eradicator, the VIP monster, with a power stat of 3663. And so then that leaves Drakor in 4th place with 3619 power stat. Still an incredibly high power stat. As for his life stat of 38,001, it is also in 4th place, 4th only to Agursis, Warmaster Barbell, and Kane. And in fact, Drakor is even tied with Igneous with this life stat of 38,001. And as for his speed stat, he's 3421. It's a pretty good speed stat. It's not incredible, it's not invincible by any means. 3465 for the longest used to be the go-to speed stat. Now we have plenty of monsters with 3498, even more monsters with 3575, and just over 3500. But that being said, still a pretty good speed stat. And as for his trait, it says stun and freeze immunity, but the description says tough and freeze immunity. The one thing we know for sure is that he's going to be immune to freeze, which is really great for a fire monster. And then he's either going to be immune to stun also, which would just be the mountain trait, so I don't believe that's going to be the case. So I think it's going to be tough, which means he has a 35% less chance to get hit with any negative effect, whatever it may be, whether it be a control skill, a torture skill, or just anything else that's negative in general. As for his books, he's in the Dragon Book, the Family's Book, and he can hold double armor relics. And so double armor will allow him to take advantage of something like the Armor of Duty. When the turn starts, he's going to gain X amount of points of armor. Heavy duty armor, after he's hit, he's going to gain armor. This has 2 uses. Or at the start of the battle, he can get a lot of armor, 15k at level 1. Let's rank up this bad boy all the way to 52,000 points of armor. This monster is going to be pretty darn hard to take down. Or if you happen to have Thetis' armor, this could even drain the enemy's stamina. If the wearer's stamina is, first of all, let's rank this up all the way to 40. If the wearer's stamina is above 75% after being hit, removes 300 points of stamina from the attacker, so pretty much taking them to 0. After being hit, if wearer's stamina is below 25, removes 180 points of stamina from all of the enemies. So as you can see, the armor relic on this monster, it either makes him really tough to take down or really tough to take down. So I would say this monster is quite tanky thanks to his relic slots. According to this, he's an attacker, but you're gonna see he's a little more versatile than that. So his ultimate attack, let's start with that. The Power of Dragok removes all negative status effects, gives 100% life and stamina to itself, deactivates all cooldowns, and applies double damage to itself. So this is a setup skill. This is actually a complete 100% reset. You get all the negative effects are cleared. You get 100% of your life back, 100% of your stamina back. All of your cooldowns are reset, and you even give yourself double damage. It's a complete reset with double damage. The only thing missing is an increased accuracy, and how nice would it have been if this gave you an extra turn? That would have been phenomenal. So ultimate, it's nice, you know, it's a reset. It's not like, oh man, I wish it would have been like a strong, massive 80 damage AoE firebase or something. But I guess we'll have to take it. It's not that incredible, but it is what it is. Moving on to skills group 1, I think we'll skip it entirely. He does have a single stun skill, 1 turn cooldown here, but not worth running. He has a 50% chance to mega stun, not worth running. I guess we can talk about Dragon Curse. 0 damage, 0 stamina cost, 0 cooldown. It just applies fire weakness, so we have yet another setup skill. And if you were to get hit with cooldowns activated, you could be thinking, well, at least I can set up for another attack. You actually don't need this because he has a 0 cooldown strong attack that you're probably going to use if you ever do get hit with cooldowns activated. There's no reason to run Dragon Curse in my opinion, even though it is a setup skill, so it depends on you. Moving on to skill group 2, we have Chosen Dragon, which essentially does the same thing. Deals heavy fire damage to an enemy and applies fire weakness to all of the enemy monsters. So you can do fire weakness with this or fire weakness with this. The advantage of Dragon Curse is the no damage, no stamina cost, no cooldown. Whereas Chosen Dragon, you at least get 50 damage out of one enemy monster, and then you apply fire weakness to everyone. The downside is that one cooldown. But we'll come back to talk about Chosen Dragon. Let's move on. Deep Roar deals low special damage to all enemies, 50% chance of applying Mega Stun to all enemies, 25 fire based damage, 38 stamina cost, no cooldown, so we have a spammable AoE, 50% chance to Mega Stun. This could potentially be worth running. We've all run the skill on Cabin Fish that is essentially a 50% chance to stun. It comes in handy when you get hit with cooldowns activated, because some chance to immobilize is better than no chance to immobilize. That being said, considering that so many monsters now have Hardened Plus, and by that I mean they're either 20% immune to control skills, they're 35% immune to control skills, 30%, whatever it may be, Bulwark, 50% chance immune to not get hit with 50% chance to not get hit with negative effects. It's already hard enough as it is to run a regular deny skill, you know, when it's a 98% accuracy skill. So now that it would be a 50% chance, oh gosh, the odds of landing that, although the fact that it's spammable, that is kind of persuasive as to why you might want to run it. And I'm surprised it says 98% chance here. It might be worth testing the skill. If you find that it starts landing more often than it misses, you probably do want to run Deep Roar. Next up we have Tusk Axe, deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies Mega Stun to one enemy. So single Mega Stun, okay, we'll skip that for now. It is a special based attack, that's one thing it has going for it. 40 damage, but let's keep on going to skills group 3. We have Drag Fangs, deals massive fire damage to one enemy. 70 damage to one enemy monster. Pretty steep 40 stamina cost, but it is spammable. So yeah, there's not really much of a need to run Dragon Curse to set up for the next attack when you can just hit hard with a 70 damage single target attack. Spammable. How nice is that? That is awesome. Great skill on this monster. Fantastic skill. Moving on, we have Drag Breath, which deals heavy fire damage to one enemy. It is a 50 fire based AoE skill. That is quite powerful. 43 stamina cost, 3 turn cooldown. The advantage of the skill is that you could set up with a Chosen Dragon or a Dragon Curse, especially if you like churn transfer. Can you imagine like churn transferring with a Sammy or a Demise, using Chosen Dragon, attacking the tankiest monster, setting up that fire weakness, and then doing Drag Breath, which then you'll get that bonus from fire weakness. It'll be 50% stronger, so it'll essentially be a 75 damage AoE. And then depending what other outside buff you have, if it's a Sammy, you have damage boost for 2 turns. Like, there's so much you can do with this monster. Great attacker, and like 70 damage, 50 damage AoE. What more can you ask for? If you just turn transfer with the Demise, that's 100 damage AoE from the get-go. This would be a 140 damage single target attack. And then, last but definitely not least, we have Earthquaker. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies stun and Mega Stun to all enemies, requires cooldown. Stun and Mega Stun. 35 damage, 54 stamina cost, 3 turn cooldown. The fact that this has 2 chances to immobilize is insane to me. And it's not like other monsters where it's like double possession, double stun. It is a chance to stun or a chance to Mega Stun. Considering you're doing 2 deny skills in one, there's a high likelihood it's going to land. And this alone makes me want to just give this monster 3 speed runes, make him go first, make him immobilize. But then if you do that, you're missing out on the other skills, the 70 damage, the 50 damage, the Mega Stuns over here, because remember you can't chain Mega Stun anymore, you can't chain stun. So ideally this monster should be an attacker. You want to run Fangs, you want to run Breath, you want to run Earthquaker. As for your last and final skill, it's probably going to be Chosen Dragon, the setup skill, the fire setup skill. You could run Deep Roar if you want that 0 cooldown spammable Mega Stun. I don't think you really need anything else here. Dragon Curse over Chosen Dragon, I don't think so. I think you're going to want to go with Chosen Dragon. As an attacker, you want to give him at least 1 strength rune. I think most players are going to go 2 strength runes and a single speed, I think is what I'm going to say. You could also do team speed, but I think he gets a better advantage over the single speed. Ideally, you want to partner this monster up with someone who can give him increased accuracy. That way, for sure, he can land the Mega Stun. The cool thing about this monster is, if you activate this and the Mega Stun lands, then you're essentially giving your teammates additional turns to do something. You can set up with him, you can do something else. Like, the amount of stuff you can do with this monster is so amazing. I love the versatility. Even though his skills are pretty basic, you know, it doesn't do much. It's just 70 damage, it's just a 50 AoE. It's like Earthquaker alone just makes this monster stand out so much. And again, he has a good base speed, he has a good life stat, he can equip double armor relics, making him tough to kill. He has a great power stat, he has the tough trait, he's immune to freeze. Oh my goodness, this monster, he's something else. Like, God, if he was immune to possession, he'd have some advantage over Kihaku in the Dragon Book. But unfortunately, no. At least he has a tough trait, right? Because gosh, this monster being possessed would be so scary. He's either gonna 50 damage AoE you, he's gonna mega stun your own team, he's gonna 70 damage you. Cooldowns activated is not a threat against this monster. Being frozen is not a threat for this monster. I gotta say, I really do like this monster a lot. And anyhow, that is going to be it for my monster analysis. Now I want to hear from all of you guys. What do you guys think about Drakor? Do you like him? Do you dislike him? How does he compare to other attackers? How does he compare to fire attackers? Whatever your thoughts may be, please let me know in the comments below. Really curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.